This video tutorial will show you what's new in Switch 10. With Switch 10, you can automate with confidence. We've enhanced our security. We have done major enhancements on metadata, and the Switch client has been redesigned. To enhance your confidence in Switch even more, Switch 10 runs all processes separately. Where previous versions of Switch grouped all components into one package, Switch 10 will separate these components. Services, processes, any communication, and also the Switch proxy. This structure optimizes your processes and maximizes stability. The new activity monitoring will provide you a clear indication of what happens with your jobs and how Switch behaves. In the statistics workspace, we find two new panels. The health indicator showing you how much resources Switch has available. The job informations window will provide you with detailed information of how many jobs are being processed by certain elements. Switch 10 provides more security for FTP by adding the Secure File Transfer Protocol, in short, SFTP. Both the FTP receive and the FTP send now have a SFTP server type. Another option to secure your connection is the SwitchProxy Module. The SwitchProxy is a proxy server installed between two firewalls in what is called a demilitarized zone. It will connect the external Switch client and Pitstop Connect with your internal server. It will communicate and will make sure that the correct connections are made for each external element. In short, the SwitchProxy is a payable module for either full switch or power switch. It is specifically created to communicate with Switch 10. It will improve overall communication by caching data, and it will ensure continuous transfer even if the Switch server is too busy. The setup is via command line. When it comes to metadata, Switch 10 has redesigned the user interface and introduced dependent metadata fields. When selecting the submit point, I see that there are some metadata fields defined. The metadata field editor has been redesigned. We can now easily add metadata fields, reposition them within the current structure, or make them dependent metadata fields. If we take a checkpoint, we see that we have the same editor, but an extra button which allows us to easily integrate previously made metadata fields into other elements. When activating this flow and submitting a file via the Switch client, we see that we receive the metadata fields how we've asked them to be set, and also depending on certain values it will provide dependent metadata fields. Next to the metadata features, the Switch client has a redesigned job card, and you can create custom job filters. To illustrate this, I've opened up a Switch client with a number of jobs. Using the large job card workspace and hitting the process button or double-clicking the job, I receive the job card. Next to a preview, I have editing functionality, and I can now also lock a job as a user. On the right-hand side, we receive read-only metadata and our route to options. To structure the high volume of alert jobs, I can go to the table workspace, where I, for instance, can sort based on a checkpoint. But what if I would like to make sure that the jobs are grouped based on the checkpoint. I do a right click on the column and now I receive all the jobs nicely sorted on checkpoint. And you can use this grouping also in other workspaces. Next to that, we can create new custom filters where we set up a filter based on a number of components. You can add one or multiple, and once you've defined the correct filter, you can rename it and you hit the OK button. This filter is now part of your jobs list and will only visualize the jobs based on the filter condition.